Hello, Pro FSX Videos here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple edit to your clip in Adobe Premiere Pro. So this is not a beginner tutorial, this is just an overview of how to create something. So name it Landing in Frank from Warsaw. Click OK, and then I'll just select that because that's my camera settings. Okay, so import a new thing. So I'm going to import. Let's see, I'm gonna import this one. Okay, so yeah, looks good. Just move that back. Move it here. So the first thing that I do is usually add keyframes for what's it called? Keyframes for fade in, fade out. So fading in here, fading out here. So this is basically how I edit my videos. Keyframe here, keyframe there, and move that down all the way. And this also. And now just to test it out. Okay, and I'm gonna do the blur effect. So this is where I want it to blur. So I'm going to cut here. Okay, so that looks good. And test the keyframe here. Might have to move it. Okay, yeah. So that's good for now. Now I'm gonna add the blur effect. So camera blur, which goes here, and I'm going to put some movement in there. Effect controls, percent blur. It's gonna be 0 here. Now move this a bit like right here, percent blur, and then blur that to 0, then test it out, of course. So blur starts about right here. We could do it a bit longer because that's kind of short. So like right here, I'm going to use a percent blur, right? All the way to here, let's say, and then blur that out. Now let's see. That looks fine. Now I'm going to add text saying landing in Frankfurt from Warsaw. So I want the text to be right about here. So I click on title, new title, default still, and write landing in Frankfurt from Warsaw. Sorry about that. Okay, so then we have the text, which will go here, landing in Frankfurt from Warsaw. And just move this right there, so then we have this cool kind of text. Just move it like this, maybe. Now let's just keep it like that. Rotation, just keep that at 0. So to make it look a bit cool, I'm gonna add some shadow. Okay, so I don't really want shadow actually. I really don't. But I will put shadow anyway. Okay, so opacity, let's put this more to like that. Angle, put that down a bit. I like it this way. There. Size, we're gonna there, and then spread, we're gonna turn that down. Okay, looks pretty good for shadow. But it looks cool. So then we have it in project, and then I'm gonna add it right here when I want it to. So, and then we're gonna add keyframes in a second, but just to see. Okay, perfect. That was perfect. So basically, I'm gonna add a keyframe right here, so that it'll fade in and fade out. Then right here, and a keyframe here, and then just pull those keyframes down for the fade in, fade out. Let's test it. That looks perfect. Okay, so that's basically for the title. I'm gonna put something new in, so like rate, comment, and subscribe right here. I'm gonna make it move, but I'm gonna make it move in a second. So I'm gonna move it like across. So title, new title, default still, rate, comment, and subscribe. Okay, I'll have to actually put it. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Whoops, little buggy there. Let's make this just a bit bigger. No shadow this time. No shadow. That looks fine right here. Okay, so yeah, that's basically that. Rate, comment, subscribe goes right here. Looks perfect. Right on the taxiway. Add keyframes. So I'm gonna select that. Add a keyframe right there. Add a keyframe right there. Add a keyframe right there. And then just put that down for the fade in, fade out. Looks good. Now we're gonna add some motion for this one. So motion. Okay, how you use motion is position. You change the position like this, right? So I don't know, left, right. But we want it to be a bit visible. So right about here, we're gonna move it. So first what we're gonna do is move it here, right? And then we're gonna position it, toggle animation, move this keyframe a bit, and then move that there, and then move that there. There we go. Now let's test it out, see how it worked. Okay, 1 second, because 1 second. Okay, that wasn't too good actually. I need to reset this. Because basically what's happening is this is a bit too short. Okay, so it's not working how I want it to. That's what happens when you don't like something and kind of like bugs up. Okay, 1 second, guys. No, I don't want that. I said I don't want it. Okay, so right here, I want you to move. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So add motion. So right here, I want it to go like this. And then I want it to kind of move like this. There. So let's see how that worked. Now this is a little too fast, so let's move this keyframe just a bit. Let's try that again. Let's see here. How about right there? Okay, that's better, yeah. Okay, so that's basically it for the text and titles. Now to the editing of the image, actual image. So we don't want these two to be different. So what I'm gonna put is I'm gonna put video effects, and I usually go to adjust, auto color, auto contrast, and auto levels. So that's basically what I put on there, and over here as well. Now you'll see the difference in a second. Okay, so let's say you have this, right? So look what happens when you add auto color. Saw that? Just a bit change. Usually it's more, but auto levels. There, did you see how that changed? Did you see it? So basically what's happening is it's making everything, you could say, more HD-ish. So as you could see, this is more bright and this is more dark, which looks much better in my opinion. So right now it's 29.97 frames per second, which is okay. That's basically it. Now what I do for exporting is first I go into encoder, Adobe Media Encoder, and what that does is actually renders the video in a separate program, but because Adobe Premiere Pro comes with this encoder, which basically renders the video outside of Adobe, so you could still work on your project while your video is rendering. So I'm going to just delete that. So basically you go into File, Export, Media, and I'm changing this to H.264 because that's the best, and output name will be landing in Frankfurt from Warsaw test. And then what I do is I click save, and then I click on See how big that file, I mean it's not big of a file, but I usually change this to this, and then I click Q, and then look what happens. Oops, sorry. Fail. And then this goes to encoder, and then you click this. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and rate, comment, and sub. Bye.